GIA GIA. What up? What up? Microphone check. You know what I'm saying? Microphone check. I got some weird stuff going on with my stuff, y'all. I got some weird stuff going on. So I want to play a beat and see if it works. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear it. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me, or am I just sitting here lip syncing? 5 by 5 echo. We got an echo. What the hell do we got an echo for? Let me see. Now do we got an echo? What up? What up? GIA GIA. Check, check, check. Looking for still an echo. Man, see, I've been gone too long. I've been gone too long. Only thing, okay. Oh, wait. Now I can hear myself. No, we can't have that. We can't have that. All right, let me see. Microphone, monitor off. What about, oh, man.
Better. There you go.
No, all right, well, check it out. I can't. The other way, I was hearing myself, and it's really gonna mess me up because I can like hear myself talking. You know what I'm saying? Well, there was something I did last time when there was an echo that I got rid of it. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know how it goes. It's been 3 months or some shit, so it's gonna take me a second to get the stuff going. Let's try a beat real quick. Tell me if y'all can hear the beat. The beat's playing. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear it. No beat, huh? No beat. What the hell is going on with this damn thing, man? Well, I'm jamming. I know y'all can't hear it, but I'm grooving. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me see what I can do, man. We got to get this straight. We got to get rid of the echo. Heard it super faint. I hear it, but it's faint. Why? Why would that be? Let me. No. Fool, it's not supposed to do that. Why are you doing that? Come on, man. This thing ain't doing what it's supposed to do. Alright. Quiet. Let's see. Monitor. Okay, here. Let's try this. Y'all tell me if y'all can hear it. Y'all need to check y'all's earphones. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your earphones are rusty. Shit. Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't get mad at me, man. Don't get mad at me. I'm just bullshitting. Alright, so y'all can hear that. So monitor output. Let me go see if I can get rid of this. Yo, why am I hearing myself? What the Yo, damn. Oh, Lordy. Man, I bet you I ain't echo. But see, I can hear myself and it's messing me all up. It's fucking me up. Know what I mean? Like Trump fucked up Biden. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Shit. Help me, please. I need help. Nope. Still hearing myself. Got monitor off. This some bullshit, man. I gotta go monitor off, man. I gotta go monitor off. You know, we stopped messing with StreamYard, or else I would just switch over to StreamYard. You know what I'm saying? I could probably still do it though, because you get like 20 free hours or some shit. If I go over to StreamYard, we won't be dealing with all this nonsense. Do I still got to echo, y'all? Do I still got it? Man, it's good to see y'all. You know what I'm saying? I see y'all in the chat. Shit. Been a long time. Been a long, lonely time. GIA. What y'all been up to, man? The hell y'all been up to? Still fucking echo, man. Why? Well, I don't know what to do about that. I know it's a simple fix, but I always forget what that simple fix is. Let me see if I go to a different. No, I gotta stay.
You had it right. You had it right one time.
I know, but when I have it right, that's when I can hear myself, and I can't even talk because all I do is hear myself. I guess I could take off my earphones and just not listen to myself. But then that ain't gonna work, because if I play a beat or something shit like, you know, I got to have the headphone. Let's try this real quick. How's that? Tell me if that works. Tell me if y'all can even hear me. Shit, it might not even be working at all right now. Can you hear me? Is it echoing? We'll get it right. Y'all got 5 minutes. Shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna take a couple minutes. We be alright. Ain't got shit else to do. No fucking better. You gotta be kidding me, man. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I can. Voice mod. Usually I can't hear myself, man. If it's not echo on the yard, it echoes to me. Why, man? Why? What the man? This gets on my nerves so bad, and I know it's something simple, because I remember last time I had all those problems, and there was like one little button I pushed, and everything was fine. Y'all couldn't hear Josh. Y'all remember that shit? Y'all couldn't hear Josh, and we were like going on and on and on, and then finally I hit the right thing, and boom, we were straight. And it was something simple as shit, and it's probably that is the problem.
You have two mics going on.
I know. And I don't. So let me
Maybe your laptop settings.
Nah, it's only hooked up to one. Let me go here and do this. Okay, so let's go. Alright. Now I can hear myself though. I can hear myself like crazy. Down mix to mono. Use device. Oh, I don't want to do all that, man. Yo. Can I hear him? Yep. No. Nope. I don't got the cord. All right, let me see. Let me try to.
Better.
I know, but I can hear myself. I know that's better. Let me try this. Yo. Monitor and output. Fuck. Can you hear myself? Fucking me up. All right. Is it echoing? Look, I done lit 2 cigarettes. Y'all got me stressed. About to throw these headphones. All right, what's it doing now? What up? I see y'all. Native, Pop B, what up? I can hear myself in these headphones. What does it sound like? The echo's back?
Yeah.
Echo now? Man, I'm about to turn this motherfucker off and go use StreamYard. Alright. Bet you the echo's gone now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Echo's gone, right? Echo came back. No, it's here. Well, that don't make no sense. Monitor only then. Let's try that. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever why it's echoing. Like, there's no reason for it. I haven't done anything to this damn thing. We went live 452 times. It just decides it wants to have an echo.
Better.
Yeah, it's better now?
Yep.
All right, well, I'll just put on the earphones if I need to hear a beat or something. So what up? We good now. Fuck it, we good. What up? What up? The golden boy. Man, I took a whole rack of shit down, man. But I did that months ago. Shit, I did that probably a year ago. And just started fresh, you know what I'm saying? I still got them all in there. Bingo. Don't touch shit. I feel you. Appreciate you though, golden boy. Appreciate you. Touch shit, you're good. Missed you too, Hava. Missed you too. POTB, if I wear one on, I'm gonna hear myself, man. And if I hear it, it's like echoing in my ear. So it's messing me up big time. Yeah, it's like in a hall, you know what I mean? Like a dance hall or something, man. It's like echoing big time in my ears. But I don't need it. I don't need headphones as long as ain't nobody up here with me, you know what I mean? I'm straight. So what's been up, y'all? I'm just looking in the chat right now. I'm saying what's up. See what y'all doing. See how y'all doing. Missed y'all, you know what I'm saying? I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna go live, man. I almost went live last night. Almost went live the night before that. So tonight I was just like, fuck it, I'm going live. I decided that shit like 45 minutes ago. GIA GIA. Good to see all y'all. Since New Year's? Nah, it ain't been that long. It ain't been that long. Yeah. Man, y'all been seeing what's going on? All kinds of shit been going on. There's been so much shit, man. And I thought about going live when this shit happened or that shit happened and this shit happened and that shit happened. I just figured I'd put the shit in the thumbnail and shit, so maybe y'all would get some notifications. You know what I'm saying? You throw Dr. Disrespect or Trump or Biden in there, man. They're like, oh yeah, people will watch that. People will watch that. Yes, indeed. And we can talk about it. We can definitely talk about it. It's dark. What up, Michigan Outpost? What up? What up with you? G-Mo Nana, what up? Awkward, what's going on with you? Firefly, Gia. We fuckered again. What's up, Jim? What's going on with you, man? What's up, Days? Man, it's good to see all y'all. I'm sitting here trying to... What up, Independent? What's going on with you? Coffee first, then speak. You know what I'm saying? My homie Native. Long time no see, brother. Camo Call, what's going on with you? Jane, what's up? I know a lot of y'all like, okay, it's enough. You don't need to name every motherfucker in the chat. We've had Miss Sharon, what up? Am I blowing y'all's eardrums? I don't know how loud I'm talking. Are we good? Are we good? Dusty, what's up? So what y'all think, man? They gonna switch up Biden? They gonna get Biden out of there? We're gonna have to deal with some Newsom or some Michelle? Or somebody out of the blue? Y'all think? Niecy called that shit, man. Before the debate started, she said, man, they're setting them up so they can get rid of him. I was like, for real? Nah, they ain't doing that. You know what I mean? And damn sure enough, when I started watching that debate and I seen that they didn't pump Biden up with nothing to get him straight, I was like, oh shit, she might be right. I think that's why they had this debate. Had an excuse to get rid of him, right, Native? That's what Niecy was saying even before the debate started. But then when I seen that Bama, and he was the Biden that we thought, I was like, oh shit, man, they ain't give him nothing. They ain't line up a couple lines for him or give him a cocktail, nothing, man. They just put that Bama out on stage just the way he is. I'm like, what the fuck is this? They setting this Bama up. That motherfucker looked dumbfounded the entire time. He looked confused, like he was lost the entire time. Now, I know a lot of people been talking about this. I know y'all have heard about this, yeah. But I still, I got to tap in with y'all. I got to talk about the shit that's been going on. And then I'll let y'all know what I've been up to. KC Smalls, what up? Tiger, I see you. G-Mall Merkel, what up? Yeah, I seen that, Native. I seen that, man. I think old wifey is going against the grain. Oh, I don't think they mess with the Obamas anyway, man. I don't think they ever did. Y'all know my opinion on Biden. I think he probably one of the most racist people that's ever been in the politics, man. Now, I think he was put in place during the Obama thing. I think the powers that be said, yeah, okay, Obama, you can have the presidency, but we putting somebody on your ass, man. You're going to have to take this Biden dude who has VP. I think it was a setup. That dude is deep state. You know what I'm saying? Well, there goes a X mark on this video. Funniest thing I have seen in a while is a post saying America should skip the election and be single for a while. Really find ourselves again. I hear that, POTV. Man, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Have any of y'all checked out the Dr. Disrespect shit? I mean, it's been all over YouTube. I'm sure y'all have heard some shit on the Dr. Disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Y'all heard anything? I got some thoughts on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nobody to share them with, so now I can share them with y'all. Because I think kind of weird. I think kind of weird about it, man. I think a little... It's kind of strange. You know what I'm saying? But if none of y'all have been paying attention to what's up with the doctor disrespect thing, then I ain't gonna talk about it because y'all don't know nothing about it anyway and don't really give a fuck. So why the fuck would I even speak about it? You know what I'm saying? Let's divorce the government. What up, Skin Town? What's up? Mrs. Meadow, what up? The doctor is not in this world, in this world. All right, well, let me talk about my lighter then. Y'all ever had an MK lighter? These little motherfuckers are a beast. Let me see. It says an MK on there. Yeah, there it goes. Y'all ever had an MK lighter? Watch this shit. Boom. Boom. You can pull it out and change the flint on that motherfucker. On a regular lighter, like it's kind of like a Bic. You can pull it out and change the flint. You pop this white thing off and there's a flint in there and you change it. Then you can pop that motherfucker back in there. Bam. Huh? And you can refill it. What y'all know about them MK lighters? Now, I know some of y'all smoke on this or that. You know what I'm saying? On this or that. Y'all smoking something. Y'all don't know nothing about them MK lighters. What up, Chavaki? What's up with you, man? Yeah, these lighters are the shit. They even got the long joints. Cause I was looking for lighters. Y'all gotta check this out, man. I was buying all kind. I got these kind of lighters. I got these kind of lighters. Oh shit. I got another one of these kind of lighters. Cause I was looking for a good lighter to light lanterns with. Y'all know I've been messing with lanterns and stoves and shit. You know, I've been posting those shorts. So anybody that seen my shorts, y'all see I've been messing with them lanterns and shit. So I was trying to find the best lighter. Can y'all see that? GIA. That's an MK lighter with the long neck. GIA. So I bought a shit ton of lighters trying to find the right one. And then I was like, fuck it, I gotta give me one for my cigarettes. Cause y'all know I be smoking a cigarette. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. How many fucks can you say before YouTube gets pissed? Yes, sir, Native. Yes, sir. All my friends used to be that way. And I used to be that way too. It was like a contest to see who could get whose lighter. Be mad as a motherfucker. Get in the car, get about 15 minutes down the road, go to light a cigarette, be like, oh, that motherfucker got me again. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, you know these motherfucking headphones? Don't buy these Beats headphones. These motherfuckers won't charge. These motherfuckers ain't even a year old. They won't charge. They won't stay on. And when man, I don't know what's up with them, man. They won't work. $300 pair of headphones. Some bitches won't work. Don't buy no Beats headphones. Just a public service announcement. Man, you gotta get you some MK lighters. I'm telling you. They might be from China or something, though. There might be a China-based company, so if you're against, like, buying anything that ain't American, maybe you don't want to buy it. Fuck that. I'm buying these bitches. These motherfuckers are awesome. If you don't get it stolen, it'll last you forever. You can. And they're cheap like a Bic. Light every time. Look at that. Every time. I close my eye. I know it lights. You gotta buy them in like I think Amazon has them for like a 4-pack, and you gotta buy like 4 at a time, and you can buy 10 at a time or 30 at a time, and they run. It's about $3 to $3.50 a piece. So if you buy 4, you know it's $12 or something. If you buy 10, it's like $30. But man, they'll last forever. And they send you extra flints and shit. I bought a 4-pack and it came with 5 refills of butane and extra flints and shit. Just saying. And no, I ain't promoting these motherfuckers like that. Pair when they arrive, call customer service, send broke ones back, get 2 new pair for the price of 1. Oh, y'all want to hear something cool as shit? Listen to this shit. So, I wanted to start cooking on some cast iron, right? Cause it's interesting, man. And if you can do the cast iron right, it'd be some good ass cookware. You know what I mean? Like shit don't stick or nothing. So I did a bunch of research on it. You know, we had some cast iron, but I've never really used cast iron. I stayed away from it because it just seemed like too much when I was younger. You know what I mean? It's like too much work. Fuck that. Fuck all that. Just give me a pan, man. I'll be good. Well, now I wanted to do some cast iron cooking and shit. You know, fucking with my Coleman stoves and shit. So anyway, I ordered some. Can you hear me? That box that the stuff came in that's sitting by the table, babe. So I ordered some. I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all know I ain't. I don't get paid for none of this shit and shit. Like I just be telling y'all some good shit when I run into it. So I wanted to get, when you use cast iron, like you want to have like wooden utensils and shit to use with it and whatnot. So I went and tried to get a really good set of wooden utensils, like a whole set where it's spoons, you know, flippers or spatulas and shit like that. Well, it had it where it was used and it was like $10 less for a really good set. And I was like, well, I'm sure they didn't actually use them. It's probably they got them, realized it wasn't what they wanted, so they sent it back and the box was open, so now they're selling it as used. So boom, bam, bip, I ordered the used shit off of Amazon, right? Damn sure enough, I had to wait like 2.5 weeks, but that's what was said when I bought it. Like, it didn't tell me I was going to get it in 2 days. It said you're going to get it in like 2.5 weeks. And I got it exactly when I was supposed to get it. But the thing about it is it was missing one of the spoons and a spoon rest. Now, I was thinking, all right, it's a loss. You know, I'm going to miss one. It was an 8-piece set. It was only missing one spoon and a little spoon rest, which really didn't matter to me. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck it. You know, I get what I paid for. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to go put a bad vibe on them and, you know, give them a bad review or nothing. But listen to this shit. So we get an email from the company and they're like, hey, we've noticed that you recently ordered our product and we just wanted to see how it went. And we were like, well, shit, they're pretty nice, but we did have like a little small problem. We were missing a spoon and a spoon rest out of the deal. You know what I'm saying? So then we got an email back and they were like, well, let us look into the situation and we'll get back to you. I'm like, oh, they ain't gonna get back to us, man. They ain't worried about us. You know what I'm saying? Damn sure enough, next day they email us again. We've looked into the situation. We're gonna send you out whatever you need to make a full, I forget what the words they use, but we're gonna send you out the right shit. So we're like, damn, for real? Like, we didn't even call them. They hit us up. And I just mentioned the small problem. I even told them in the email, I'm not really worried about it, and I wasn't going to complain about it, and I do like the shit that I got. And they still said they were going to fix the problem. Well, damn sure enough, everything they said they would do, they did. They said they would email us again and let us know the tracking. They did that. They told us the exact day it would come. It came a day early. And they sent me an entire brand new in the wrap whole fucking package of the whole shit. So not only did I get a brand new complete set, I got the whole other set, and I got both of them at a used price. Y'all tell me that ain't some stand-up shit. Now that's a company I can fuck with. You know what I'm saying? And this was it. Wooden House, long life quality wood cooking set. It was an 8-piece set. I'm telling you, I gotta shout these people out because they did something not no other company has ever done. and I've ordered and bought a ton of shit in my life. Not once have I ever had a company reach out to me just to see how I was doing. And then I had a problem and they fixed it, no questions asked. Boom, and sent out a brand new package with all that shit in there. Brand new. Everything was wrapped. Every spoon was neatly wrapped in some paper and shit inside the box. The box was completely sealed. I was like, man, what the fuck? And it was expensive too. Like this set's like almost $40. Now I know you think that might be expensive for some wooden spoons, but you know, this shit's supposed to last forever. Like this is the good shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to fuck around with my food like that, so I get the good shit. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck it, I'm going to get the good shit. If we're going to do this cast iron shit, we're going to do it the right way. So boom, bam, bip. If y'all ever going to order and y'all going to spend a little money and y'all want to order some good shit as far as like wood spoons and wood, you know, spatulas and shit, check them out. Because they are a stand-up fucking company, man. No bullshit. They went above and beyond. I went and left them a good ass review. Had to do it. You know what I mean? Had to do it. But so I'm just gonna run my mouth, you know, a little bit. Let y'all know what I've been up to. I've been fucking with the bug out. I've been fucking with the Astro van. You know what I'm saying? I redid every lantern I've got. Except for, you know, I got about 40 lanterns, so I did about 32. I had to rebuild a bunch. I had a bunch that were going to be parts, and I had to use them to build good ones. I did like 4 or 5 of those. I redid 3 stoves. So I got all my lanterns and stoves, you know, tip-top shape, good to go. Perfect. Running shit, like awesome. You know what I'm saying? And I also wanted to set up the van. Like if y'all remember, I put out that video of where I did a beach cart. It's on the Tribe 2 channel. And man, that motherfucker got like, how many views that thing got, babe? Like 11,000?
Yeah.
On the Tribe 2 channel? Man, I got more views on one video on the Tribe 2 channel than any video I've ever posted on Prepper Tribe. Now, that'll go to show you. And it ain't nothing but a beach cart. So that'll go to show you, man. They ain't sharing this prepper shit. Or not my prepper shit. But anyway, so the beach cart was too damn long. You know what I mean? If you put it up in the truck, it'd take up the whole damn truck. So I was like, man, I need to build this thing better so it'll fit better. So, you know, because if it's easier to put up in the truck and it's easier to move around, the more I'll use it. You know, you tend to shot, man, if you're sitting there and you're looking at it and you're like, man, I got to lug this big ass thing around, man. You end up just not fuck it. I'm just going to leave it here. I'm gone. So I ended up from scratch building a whole new beach cart. And I call it the buggy because it's short as shit. It'll fit in the wifey's minivan and it'll fit in my van. But what I wanted to do is I got a lot of shit that I carry fishing and shit. And if I put the buggy in there, it takes up a lot of room. So I wanted to build like a second floor in my van so I could have all my shit down low and then still sit the buggy in there and not have a worry in the world. And I did that shit. I built a whole like platform inside the van, and it's even got on the side of it, it's got like a lift up like shelf that pops up. Man, it's cool as shit. But I'm gonna do some videos on it. I'll probably put it on the Tribe 2 channel. But these are the kind of shits I've been fucking with. Then I came up with on the back of my van for fishing, cause you know I'm getting older, man. That sun in July and August, it'd be beating down on the old man. So I was like, man, I gotta have an awning or something, man. These little ass umbrellas ain't doing it. So I came up with a DIY awning on the back of my van. I took an old tent that wasn't no good, and y'all might have deja vu because I did this shit with the beach cart too. I took an old tent, I cut the floor out, and that's how I made the thing inside of it that holds shit. So anyway, I had another tent, wasn't no good, poles broke, you know, wouldn't even fit 2 little kids. You know, we had it a long time ago when the kids were real little. So I cut the floor out real nice and neat. And then I took some poles that I had. I had a bunch of tents and shit. So I had a bunch of poles. And I rigged up a whole awning for the back of the truck. Goes out 9 foot. And it's like 6'6" wide. It's bad as shit, man. It's awesome. So then I was like, fuck it, man. I need an awning for the side of this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I can have a whole wraparound. I don't want no sun touching me if I don't want it to the whole way around this joker. So I did some research for about, I don't know, a month. You know, because I was doing the DIY awning on my van. So I wanted to look at shit to, you know, get ideas from other people and shit. And there's a shit ton of fucking awning shit on YouTube. So boom, bam, bit. I ran across one that I really liked a whole lot. It was the Iron Man 4x4. The 8 foot by 8 foot. But then as I'm looking at it, I start watching these videos and they had a tent that you put out your awning and then you actually put a tent underneath it. It's like a tent room and it like hooks to the awning. And I was like, man, that's cool as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even when it's up, you can open it up from the inside and have access to your van and shit. Like, it's bad as a motherfucker. So I was like, man, that's what I need right there. So that's what I did. I got that something, bitch. I got the awning and the tent to go with it, man. It's bad as a motherfucker. So anyway, I'm going to do some videos on that. I'm going to do some videos on the DIY awning. I'm going to do some videos on the van with the shelves inside of it. I'm putting some TVs in the van. I had these TVs from back in the days when my kids, you know, they'd be up in my work van and shit, and we'd be traveling around. They could just throw, like, you know, the movie that was in it was Joe Dirt, so they were watching Joe Dirt. But I had them put away, you know, because the kids got older and they ain't using them no more. I took them out of the work truck, put them up. But now I'm going to put them in the bug out, you know what I mean? It's like 2 screens. And you hook the screen to the other screen, and it's like having 2 little TVs, and you can watch DVDs. And I got Red Dawn, Back to the Future, Menace to Society. Man, I got a bunch of movies that I'm going to just throw up in the van and booyah. I'm just talking, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know what I've been up to. You know what I'm saying? So then I was like, well, when you get this tent and you got all these awnings and shit, maybe, you know, on the DIY awning, I was like, well, maybe I want some sidewalls on this joker. So me and Nisi ran up to Harbor Freight or some shit, and they had a sale on tarps, the medium range tarps. They're like 7 mil. They had them for 7x9s, which is exactly what my awning was. They had 7x9s for $5 a pop. I was like, shit. So we went up there. We bought like 7 of those. We got one of the ones that were like 11x16. But then I was like, man, how am I going to attach this joker? You got the awning coming out of the back of the van. You want to put up a side joint, and I can hook it to the rail up top, and I can hook it up to the rail that's all the way out from the van. But there's no rail coming down at the van. I got to connect it to the van somehow. So I was like, what about some magnets? So I got me some magnets. Then I was like, shit, magnets gonna scratch up my shit. So I was like, fuck it. Let me plasti dip these bitches. So then I plasti dipped 10 big old round magnets. So now I got a ton of magnets that I can put all around the van, on the van, so I can attach my tarps to it and shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, another thing I did, let me just tell you, I'm gonna run through it. Another thing I did is I got these snap buttons, but half of the button you can screw in the shit. So I put a bunch of screw buttons all around the back of my van, and then I have this netting that come from the military that Denise's son got. He gave me like 7 of them. And it's like really good fucking netting that you could like put over a single tent and keep bugs up off of you. So then I put the other half of the snaps all around that netting. So now I got a whole netting for the back of my van so I can keep bugs out. say I want to crash out in that joint, you know what I mean? We're camping. We end up sleeping in there and we want some air coming through, but we don't want no bugs. Boom, bam, bip. I just snap up my little DIY net around that motherfucker and we good to go. You know what I mean? Then I had to build a middle console. I had a middle console. You know, in a van, you got to come up with something for in between the seats up front. Because there's never nothing in between the seats, and you got to have something for something. So I had a middle console, but it was really tall. It was really big. It was always in the way. Couldn't get a seat belt in. So I ended up using that one to help build the shelf in the back. And I built a whole new console for the van, a little bit shorter, a little bit smaller. And it's perfect, man. I even drilled 2 holes in it to put my little ashtrays sinking down in it and shit. Hooked it up, you know what I'm saying? Now, y'all probably ain't even paying attention to me. Y'all like, Tribe, shut the fuck up. We don't care about that van, man. Oh, and then another thing I did, if y'all remember, I had like a guard on the front of the van. Well, I took that guard off, and I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna put my old beach cart on this motherfucker as kind of like a front carrier with no wheels, no axles on it, just the frame of the carrier, because it's kind of like a cargo carrier for the back of your van or something that you would get at like Harbor Freight for $150 or some shit. So I took the old beach cart and turned it into a front carrier for the van. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the boy be thinking. My console is a built-in cooler. You know what, Miss Sharon? I went on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, and I just put in middle consoles just to see if maybe somebody was selling one out of a truck or something that might actually fit my shit. On Facebook Marketplace, I couldn't find one that was under $350. People that take them out of their I don't know if they're looking them up on eBay or they think they got gold or something. But they're selling consoles to cars, old ass consoles coming out of cars, like $350, $400. I seen some $600. Like it's a fucking ashtray. The fuck I'm gonna spend $350? What the fuck? So yeah, man. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna build my own. You know what I mean? Oh, let me tell y'all too, because I know some of y'all might have seen the post where I said that I was trying to get the garage set up, right? So I was trying to get my garage set up so I could go live in there and just hang out with y'all whenever I'm doing something. You know, if I'm sitting there working on something or even just cleaning up, I could just go live, let that joker run and just hang out with y'all while I'm doing shit. You know what I mean? As soon as I sent that motherfucker out, man, I started having chest pains. I was like, oh, shit. The Jabberwonky done got me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, shit. I should have never took that motherfucker back in the days. I was like, fuck it, it's indigestion. But it kept lingering, going into my shoulder, going into my back. I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? I'm having all this motherfucking pains in my chest for like two or 3 days. Finally, it was like midnight, and I was like, man, I better not take no chances, man. Because you could be having like, you know, heart attacks run in the family anyway. All the men in my family have had heart attacks. My grandfather died of a heart attack. All my uncles had heart attacks. I had an uncle who was 32. He died of a heart attack, you know, 30, 40 years ago, but he was 32 and died of a heart attack. Like, heart attacks run rampant in my family. So I'm like, man, I'm getting up there in age. You know, I'm almost 50. I'm a year away from being 50. And all them Bamas was having heart attacks in their 40s. I better go check this out, man. I better not take no chances. So fuck it. It was like midnight. This was like the day after I posted that shit to my community post saying I wanted to go live from the garage and shit. So boom, bam, bip, I go to the hospital. We there a couple hours. They do all these checks on me. And they're like, well, it's probably just really bad indigestion because everything came back looking normal and shit. And I'm like, man, I don't know. So then they gave me this cocktail mix of something with like something cane in it and like Mylanta or some shit. I don't know what the hell they call that shit, but it was a whole mix. It was like a shot of something. I took that and it kind of helped. Like I wasn't feeling as bad. So boom, bam, bip, they came in, they gave me some advice, told me to quit smoking, you know, try to eat right, go see my main doctor, get some better medicine for heartburn. You got some real bad indigestion or some shit. So I leave the hospital, walk out that motherfucker, man, I start feeling sick. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck is this? Well, I couldn't handle the shot of shit that they gave me. My stomach wouldn't accept it because I got that IBS shit too, that irritable bowel syndrome shit. And I was like, man, and I was hurting. Like my stomach went bonkers. And I got to drive like 30 minutes home. I'm driving at 6 o'clock in the morning, was at the hospital all night. I've been fucked up for 3 days. You know, it's just all fucked up. So I get home. I make it to the bathroom and I start puking. All that shit that they gave me had to come back up and everything else too. So I was sick for like a week. Chest hurting. It felt like I had indigestion for a week straight. Fucking puking and shit. I mean, it was horrible. And I was like, man, I just told everybody I wanted to go live from the garage. And you know, at that time too, when I was talking about going live from the garage, it was like 78 degrees outside, 76 degrees, maybe 80, 81, you know, nice. Damn sure enough, I get better and shit, start thinking about the garage, and guess what happens? It's 97 degrees outside, and there ain't no AC in my garage. I'm like, man, fuck that. Only thing I'd be doing is sweating, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have any luck, but I wanted to let y'all know that I wasn't trying to let y'all down or that I was making shit up and I was just trying to put something out there. Like I really wanted to try to hang out and go live from the garage. But now I'm searching for a super cheap AC. You can ask Native. Me and Native I told him about I was searching for a fucking AC for the garage. So boom, bam, bip. When I find the AC for like cheap, I ain't buying no $200 AC for this fucking garage. It ain't happening. I'm not wasting my money on that shit. We trying to buy a house and shit. We ain't wasting money on dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But I know I'll find one for like $40, $30, and I'll go scoop it, get it in the window, and then boom, I can start doing some lives from the garage. You know what I mean? Hutch, Hutch, Hutch. Where Hutch at? Hutch came in? Let me find out. Oh, y'all must be talking about something. GIA!
We're talking about Beetlejuice. If they say Hutch 3 times, he'll show up.
Oh. Some bug bit me 6 weeks ago. Hopefully, I thought it was a horn, but nothing. Shit, that ain't good, Cherokee. That ain't good. Shit was crazy, man. Shit was crazy. I just don't be having any luck whatsoever, man. Just like tonight when I started the live stream. Anybody go to watch that replay and see me fiddling around for 15 minutes trying to get the echo out. I mean, I'm like, fuck this channel, man. The fuck is this bullshit? He don't even know how to run a damn live stream. And I quit playing that damn game. Me and Niecy took a long break from Splatoon. That shit was making me so mad. I couldn't get to the S plus, man. Could only get the S. And then I get my ass whooped all the time. And I was like, man, I gotta take a break. I've been playing this game for too long, for too much time. I gotta take a break, or I'm gonna end up throwing my Switch out the damn window and it's gonna cost me $300 and that ain't gonna be good. You know what I mean? But we got some camping we gonna do too. We're gonna do some camping trips, and I'm a film the shit out of them. Cause I've been noticing something, and I ain't shitting on it cause I love them. Let me say that right off the bat. The camping videos that I've been watching, I fucking love them, man. I can watch them all day long. But they're not really the kind of camping that I'm used to, or the camping that I've done in my life. The camping videos that I see on YouTube, man, they're like super fancy. They got all this fancy equipment and all these gadgets and things and these big, huge tents and blow up and campers, and they're making all these extravagant meals, and you know, they like they're eating at a 5-star restaurant and shit. I'm like, where the fuck are the hot dogs and hamburgers? Don't nobody make no barbecue chicken around this motherfucker? What the fuck is this? So I figured, man, when I go camping, I'm going to film my shit, because it's going to be some realistic camping. It's going to be hot. It's going to be miserable. Going to be eating whatever the fuck we can put on the stove. Ain't going to be none of that fancy shit. I ain't going to be having all these fancy spices and all these fancy vegetables and fruits and shit. I mean, they're making porridge with fruit salads and salmon with special ingredients, and I mean, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, man? They're cooking pizzas and shit. How the fuck you cook a pizza when you camping? Stick a hot dog on a stick and eat 3 or 4 of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what kind of camping do y'all do? I just don't understand. I can see if you got a camper, a really nice camper. Maybe some of y'all got some campers and y'all can have some fancy shit. I ain't ever I've owned a couple campers, but they weren't functional. It was one of them, oh yeah, I'm going to rebuild this motherfucker. Put it in the driveway, and 2 years later, man, I got to get rid of this motherfucker. I ain't done shit to it. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been tent camping. We cook fried chicken, you know, barbecue chicken on the grill, hamburgers and hot dogs. If we caught some fish, we'd cook that in some tinfoil and shit. Might throw some onions on there and maybe have a lemon with us, so we can throw a couple slices of lemon on there, have some Old Bay, some salt, and some pepper. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know all this fancy shit that these I'm gonna share some to my community post. Y'all gotta see this shit. There's like this one dude. He's like he's like the $1 million camping dude. Like he's got like he's got to have $600,000-$700,000 set up and shit. It's fucking unbelievable. The shit these people be having is incredible, man. Can't nobody afford that shit. Like, I can see people like thinking about camping and get on YouTube, try to watch some camping videos on how to. They're like, man, I can't even afford to do this shit. And you supposed to be able to afford to go camping. It ain't supposed to cost that much. You get you a tent, go the fuck on out there. You good to go. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers got $10,000 worth of food. It's fucking crazy to me, man. Fucking nuts. I do want to tap in about some Dr. Disrespect, though. Anybody who's watched me, I know y'all heard me mention Dr. Disrespect, and I mean, I've even like damn near copied a couple of the things he does at times, just, you know, during one show, just to, you know, be funny. And I said I was copying him and shit. Like, I was a huge fan. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was the best gamer on YouTube. He was the most entertaining, funniest, you know, most authentic. I mean, that dude was wild, man. But he got himself in some trouble, it seems. He got banned on Twitch, you know, years back. And everybody thought it was because he was doing some negotiating with other companies and shit to try to get the best contracts and shit. And people thought Twitch got mad, and boom, bam, bip, they fired him and canceled him and shit. And that's why he came over to YouTube. That was back in 2020. But these motherfuckers are saying in 2017, they caught this mammal talking to a minor inappropriately through Whisper, some Twitch messaging service type shit. It's called Whispers or some shit. And then the doc himself dropped a text message or a tweet or some shit talking about was there a conversation with a minor? Yes. And it was casual and something, but it leaned towards being inappropriate. So everybody's like, oh, wait a fucking minute. Hold up now. You're admitting to talking to a minor and leaning towards being inappropriate? Talking to him? What the fuck? But, you know, I think about things, and y'all know I cannot stand them type of motherfuckers. You know, the motherfuckers that mess around with, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say certain words and shit. I've been gone for 3 months. I don't need no heat from YouTube, but y'all know damn well I do not fuck with those motherfuckers. The word hate ain't strong enough. You know what I'm saying? But I think about the Dr. Disrespect. And I think about it like this. And I could be wrong. It's just a thought. But here's a dude playing a character. In the gaming world, he's one of the biggest gamers there is. And he's Dr. Disrespect. And he's that, you know, he's not himself when he's that dude. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure he's probably people try to reach out to him all the time. Can you imagine how many emails or DMs he gets in different places like Instagram or that Whispers place, Twitch, YouTube? Can you imagine how many youngsters try to reach out to him? I mean, if you go back in history, you'll see he's played the game live with tons of young folks. You know what I'm saying? Playing the game, having fun with him. He always treated them respectfully, was always good to him. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder to myself, in his tweet that everybody's like, oh, he's done said he's guilty. You know how when you're text messaging somebody, sometimes you can take shit the wrong way because you take it differently than they meant it. But it's a text message, so you really don't get a clear view of what the fuck's being said. You know what I'm saying? So boom, bam, bip. I just thought to myself, well, what if Dr. Disrespect meant like this person he was talking to kind of leaned towards being inappropriate with him, but he kept it cool. Wasn't playing that shit. You know, he's dealt with young people probably for years being a gamer, the top gamer, and Dr. Disrespect. I mean, these little youngins probably look up to him, probably millions of them. He had 5 million subs. You know what I mean? And why the hell is nobody saying, hey, wait a minute, man, there is something going on with the woke crowd going after Dr. Disrespect. Here it is, y'all saying he did something back in 2017. Here it is, 2024, halfway through, 7.5 years later, and y'all are just now saying something? Y'all are just now trying to cancel this dude? Something's up. Something don't add up. That shit just don't add up. They knew in 2017. You know what I'm saying? And we can say NDAs and all that and courts and all that and all that. But these motherfuckers that don't work for Twitch no more and that just hate Dr. Disrespect and now they're just online doing whatever, they don't give a fuck about no NDAs. They ain't under NDAs. Dr. Disrespect would be. Twitch as a company would be. But people that have been fired or left Twitch and shit like that, why all of a sudden does he just get attacked like a motherfucker? And then on top of that, these motherfuckers go after Nick Merckx. Is that his name, Nick Merckx?
Yeah.
At the same time that they go at Doc, they go at this dude, Nick Merckx. And what was it? Twitch banned him for like 2 weeks. I think it was Twitch. I'm telling you, it's just, and you know, it's right before this election. you know, Nick Merckx, he's been pretty public. He tends to lean right. He's conservative, I would say. You know, I think he, you know, likes Trump and shit. So we got to look at it like maybe it's just the war in this gaming shit with these higher ups and these people that are deep in the game and been around a long time, this woke crowd. And we know how the woke crowd can be. You know, they'll cancel a motherfucker for anything. Y'all make up a lot of shit too. Y'all woke motherfuckers be making up a lot of shit. So I don't know, man. I don't trust. I can't just completely just say fuck Dr. Disrespect. I want to wait to see what the fuck is going on, man. I want to see what he meant by his shit when he said that it leaned towards being inappropriate. I want to see what the fuck first, man. What did you mean by that? Because we might have took it the wrong way. He might have meant, and there's rumors that maybe the woke motherfuckers was even trying to set him up. Oh shit! I can't. I'm live, man. I'm live. I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh shit! It's my brother from jail, man. Fuck. Nah, I can't do all that. I'm not gonna put him on blast. You know what I mean? Figures he would call and I'd be live. But I think, you know, at this day and age, especially with elections coming up, shit so severely fucked up all around the country. You know, this war between this side and this side is getting so deep and harsh. I'm just not going to automatically jump on a bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. I can't do it. Man, I'm live, man. I can't do it. He's calling me three-way from somebody else's phone, which I can tell. So I'll be able to text that person so they can let him know, hey, look, he was live. He couldn't answer. Anyway. Nah, it's cool. It's cool. He ain't going nowhere. He'll be able to call me again. Just picking on you, man. Just picking on you. I pray for you in there and all that shit. But really, you ain't like... He'll be able to call again. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like he's going no fucking where. That Biden signed a thing where the third party can release all of our text messages and conversations. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Kim's Creations. Didn't I just see yesterday that Biden signed a thing where the third party can release all of our text messages and conversations? I'm not sure I'm understanding 100%. Oh, and just like, you know, mostly all the people that's been online talking about it, I'm also then I'm done talking about it, but I'm also confused as to how somebody could do some illegal shit with a minor, have it investigated by the people that investigate that shit, the real people that investigate that shit, and it said no wrongdoing was committed and no charges were filed. And it's been 7 years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm laying back on this one and I want to see what happens, but I'm very curious. I'm very curious to see. And I'm usually the first one to just be like, fuck this shit, man. Fuck you. Even if the slightest thought might be that. But I mean, I just don't know about this one, man. I just don't know. From the land of disinformation, the USA. What's up, Bryce? What's going on with you? So who's gonna take Biden's place, y'all? We know I don't think it worked. I turned on a beat. I don't think it worked, y'all.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, you heard it?
Yeah.
It was my joint. You know what I mean? How long have I been live? An hour. So I'm going to try to do some more lives, man. I'm going to try to, you know, do some shit. But I'm definitely going to be posting some videos. But I might be posting some videos over there on Tribe, too. Definitely the fishing videos and shit like that. All that'll be over on Tribe, too. Because, you know, I don't want, you know, a lot of y'all might not give a fuck about fishing or camping or none of that shit. You know what I mean? Now, if I do a video on my van and show the van and shit, you know, that's the bug out. You know, I'll put that on the Prepper Tribe channel. I think they got to clean Newsom up first. You know, California is bad and everybody knows it. I mean, it really doesn't matter with the left that really are just going to vote left no matter what anyway. It really doesn't matter. I mean, you could put damn near anybody in there and they're going to vote left. But Newsom, man, they got to clean him up before they throw him in a race. Unless they do it real sneaky like and put him in like a month before the fucking election. And people don't have time to research and shit. And they just, you know, he comes out and he talks a really good game and they flood the airways with all nothing but good shit about him. Because that motherfucker is fucked up California. But I mean, Nancy Pelosi fucked up California and ain't nobody get rid of her. I just don't see how could America elect Newsom? That'd be like putting Justin Trudeau in as the president of America. I'm sure some of the left would love that shit too. So I just don't know anymore, man. I just don't know. I try not to even fucking think about it, to tell you the truth. I try to do my own thing, you know what I mean? Do my own damn thing. Hey, we went fishing though, and this was the first time this had happened. We went 3 days after rockfish season came upon us. 3 days after rockfish season started. And me and Nisi caught keeper rockfish, our limit, which is just one apiece. But still, it's never happened before. Usually you got to go, you know, halfway through the season before you get one you can keep. And sometimes I'll fish the whole season from the shore and never get one that I can keep. But man, 3 days into the season, boom, boom. I got one, and then it was like, I don't know, what, a couple hours later?
Yeah.
A couple hours later, Nisi got hers. It was like, oh shit, we both got keepers. We went home, cooked one of them the next day, and we got one in the freezer right now. But man, it's been hot as shit lately. It's been super hot outside. Man, I like Tulsi Gabbard. I always liked her. I liked her when she was a Democrat. Probably because she cute. Y'all know me. But I liked her, man. And she was military and all that shit. She's smart. She seems strong. Man, I would love to see Trump. If Trump picks her, Democrats are in trouble, Jack. Because she could get a lot of the independents, and I think she could get some of the Democrats too to vote fucking Trump this time. Now, I think there's gonna be a lot of people who would have never vote for Trump that's gonna vote for Trump any motherfucking way. Y'all tell me this: when in history have we had an economy so fucking bad? No matter how much they lie and say it's only 2% or some shit. We all go to the grocery store. We all know we're paying triple what the fuck we paid, 3 years ago. Everything is obnoxious. You go buy a used car and you're paying brand new car prices. You go to buy a house that was $250,000 is now $450,000 within 2 years, and the house has never been worked on, never been fixed up or anything. Like, shit is terrible. No society with a level head would ever say, yeah, we want to keep this side of the fucking political party in place. There's just no fucking way. This economy is shit. There's people starving, fucking streets flooded with fucking illegal immigration. Not immigration, but illegal immigration. I mean, New York is just being overrun. I don't know how people are dealing with it, man. And it ain't like they're coming here having a good time neither. Like, these motherfuckers are crossing over into America and they're getting put in some pretty bad situations. Like, I don't even see why they even want to come over this motherfucker. They might as well just stay where they was. They were doing better over there. But man, it's getting crazy. If y'all watch that Cash Jordan on YouTube, if you don't, look up Cash Jordan. He drops a video almost every day and he's showing everything that's going on in New York. He's showing everything. And it's a ton of good information. New York is getting screwed up. What up, Craig? What's up with you, man? What's up, Grace? What's up? Traffic, yeah, no doubt. No doubt, 150,000%. That's a fact. Biggest human trafficking is ever. I don't think there's been human trafficking like this ever before. I know there's a lot of that shit that goes on around the world and it's like $1 billion business and, but man, I don't think. I mean, what are we looking at now? 18 million? 17 million? 10 million? Even 5 million. But I think we're looking at like 18 to 20 million motherfuckers came up in this motherfucker. Where's Ghost? I see somebody say, Ghost, hey. Everybody saying hi to Ghost. I don't see him.
I just said boo.
Oh, what up, Ghost? What up? I sees you. 30 million, Jim? Man, I wouldn't doubt it. I ain't gonna say you lying, you know what I mean? How can they sit there and say that Trump was lying? When Biden sat there and did the most disrespectful shit he could have ever done to the military, saying nobody's died on his watch. When everybody in America, we were told before it happened, it was all over the news, there's going to be a bombing at one of the gates in Afghanistan where they're getting rid of people and transporting people and bringing people over here and shit. And damn sure enough, within like 48 hours or some shit, the bombs went off and we lost 13 of our people. 13 of our military under Joe Biden's bullshit. And then this motherfucker sits there on the debate stage and says that nobody in the military has died on his watch. Sickening, man. Sickening. And then all these lefty motherfuckers running around talking about Trump was lying. That was the biggest lie that's been told and the most disrespectful lie that's been told in years. Maybe ever. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't around for a bunch of the presidents and shit. I'm sure some of them motherfuckers lied too. But man, that was a most disrespectful piece of shit thing somebody could have said and lied about, man. Me and Niecy looked at each other like, did he just... No, I know he did not just say that motherfucking shit right there. You wanted to fucking throw them fucking cigarettes at the screen. Hutch! What up? Chill! I guess it worked, y'all. I guess it worked. Even in smaller places, shit is popping off. Last week, I had to bail on buying cigs because a man was chasing a shirtless man in the front of the gas station, two-handed finger. Damn! They were getting busy, huh, sir? It's vicious out there. What up, Pilgrim? Chill. It is getting vicious out there, man. Gotta watch your back every which way you go, man. No matter where you at. We trying to get the fuck up out of Maryland, man. We about to buy a house. Finally. I know we a little late. I know some of y'all be buying houses when y'all young and shit. Cause y'all got it like that. Some of y'all own some properties and shit. You know, we a little late. We were hoodlums though, you know what I mean? We live that thug life. We ain't never planning on buying shit. We were living free. Fuck it. We live in the woods. But now we done right for a little while so we can buy a house. So we getting ready to buy a house, man. We thinking North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia. I want to get the fuck out of Maryland though, man. I want to get the fuck away from this gun. I've been around the government my whole life. You know, I spent a little time in Florida, spent a little time in California, shit like that, man. But my whole life has been here in Maryland. And I'm fucking sick of it, man. I mean, everybody I go around my family, they're all brainwashed by the left. You know, they're fucking hurt. They can't afford half of the shit neither. They see all the bullshit. They see all the bullshit that is brought and they're going through the suffering times with the money, and yet they still, it's so embedded in them that they can't walk away from it, man. And I don't see how anybody could ever be that devoted to a government. That's what gets me. It's like, okay, you're Democrat, you're Republican, whatever the fuck, but how could you be that fucking... to where it fucking makes you mad to even think about going against your party. Like, how could you be that stuck to a party? Like, you shouldn't give that much of a fuck about the government in the first place. Like, this ain't a football team. This ain't your kid playing soccer. This ain't your favorite basketball team playing. We're talking politicians. We're talking government. The oppressors, baby. How in the fuck could you ever? And it's in their soul. They're trapped. And they can't let go of it. They're stuck. You can't... You can see it in their face when they start talking about it. They're just so trapped by the side that they're voting for and believing in, that it's like part of their fucking soul now. It's like, damn, you're lost, man. You'll never be free in your mind. You'll never be able to see past anything. You're stuck right where you're at and dealing with the things you're going to deal with because they got you. You're done. You're done. It's ignorant to me. I don't see how anybody could be like that. Because no bullshit, 8 years from now, you might have the right go completely fucking bonkers with some shit and do some crazy outlandish shit that nobody fucking feels. And, you know, because the government does what the fuck they want and they're all in cahoots. Right now, they putting all this woke shit and all that shit's on the left. That shit could flip anytime, man. Anytime they feel like they want to flip some shit over and do some shit to fuck with the masses, to keep us divided, to keep us fucked up in our head, damn sure enough, couple years down the road, they might have the right to where all the people that are on the left right now might go to the right and all the people on the right might go to the left. You just never know. But these are the things that you can get trapped into, man. You can't let that shit eat your soul up. Like, yeah, Biden's a piece of shit. Yeah, his policies ain't shit. Yeah, they fucking up the country bad. Yeah, there's some really terrible things going on that we need to fix right now. But you can't be so trapped in the political bullshit that they've molested your brain with that you can't even think outside the box a little bit, right, POTB? You can't even think outside the box a little bit. You are trapped. It hurts my feelings, man, to see people like that, man. I can't stand it. Because I honestly, with 100%, no lie, no cap, I could give a fuck less about the left, the right, or the middle. I don't care about these people because they don't care about me. They've never given a fuck about me. They've never given a fuck about you. They use shit to get rich, to keep us under control, to keep us divided, to fuck with other countries, these high-powered elite motherfuckers beefing with each other, trying to control the world, trying to feed their population information to keep them wherever they need them to be kept. And if we don't realize this shit, you're going to be miserable your whole fucking life because you're going to fall for all the bullshit. I say fuck them all, you know what I'm saying? But I'm tired of being broke. So I'm definitely done with all this taxes and, you know, what's it called, man? When everything went up, God damn it, the word is slipping my mind. Y'all know how I can't keep words in my mind, man. The shit is all high right now. What the fuck is it? Damn it, what the fuck is the word? Somebody let me know what's the word. You know, inflation. I'm done with all that shit, man. I want a Republican in there. I don't give a fuck. And I usually don't do that. I'm just like, don't vote Republican. Just don't vote Democrat. You know, it's the way I do. But now I'm like, Republican every fucking thing this time. If I go vote, I don't give a fuck what it is. If motherfucker got an R beside his name, I'm checking his fucking thing. I don't give a shit. Which I've never, in my entire life, I've never voted Democrat, ever. But I've only voted once for the presidential election and a couple times for the local area. But I always vote Republican or independent. I've never voted Democrat, ever. And that's probably because of my mama. You know, my mama said the Democrat, this was back in the days. My mama said, And my mama was a cool motherfucker, man. Like, she wasn't no hater. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was thug life, for real. But my mama said that Democrats always want war, and if they're in power, we're gonna be in a war. And war sucks. So she says she's Republican and she would never vote Democrat. And that always stuck with me. She said that when I was like 10 or 11 years old, when I was just a little dude. You know what I mean? So I always remembered that shit. Inflation, yep. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, it's good to see all y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's so good to see everybody, man. It's been so fucking long, you know, we take breaks and, you know, stab out for a minute and shit. You know what I mean? You know, I still holler at Just Josh, you know what I mean? He been chilling, doing his own thing, you know, he wanted to get away too, you know, I hit him up. I was like, man, what's up, man? You want to do a live, man? Hang out with the peeps for a little while and shit. But he said that he was doing something and he had to put a bunch of shit in storage and put a bunch of his like live going shit in storage and shit. But I'm sure in due time, man, we'll do a live together or something. You know what I mean? But I don't know if y'all noticed he took down his channel. I don't know if it's still down or not. But you know, I don't try to get too personal with my homies. If they do something, they do something, and it's on them, man. That, you know, if you want to do something, then I got your back. No matter what, I don't need explanations. I don't need to question my friends to death, man. They do what they do, and it is what it is. So I don't really know much. You just have to get a hold of him and ask him if you want to know anything about that. But I think he did. I think he took down his channel. Salute you, G. I salute you. 1976, I voted for Carter because I thought he was a good man. Ever since, Republican all the way. Because you fucked up when you voted for Carter. Not that I know anything about it, James, but I heard that was like, I know y'all heard this. Like, that was like the worst president ever in the history of presidencies or some shit. Like, he fucked up big time. And I don't even really know the reason why or nothing. I just know that I've always heard, and it didn't matter which way it came. It could have been Democrats telling me, it could have been Republicans. Everything you seen on videos and documentaries and everything, they said that dude just fucked up. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think about, you know, like family and shit that voted for Biden this time. And I knew they were voting for Biden, man. You know, I had conversations with them and shit. And, you know, they were saying shit like they thought Trump was racist. And I'm like, why? What CNN? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you think? Well, this, well, that was lies. That wasn't really what happened. Man, some people will never believe that the Russia thing was false and fake. They will say it's true to the very end and that it really happened, even though it's been debunked, even though even CNN debunked it. You know, the Democratic side of things debunked it and said it wasn't true. I mean, even Michael Rappaport, he was one of the biggest Trump haters of all. Even he had to flip and be like, look, man, I believe this, and then I found out that it wasn't true and that this wasn't true, and then I seen the whole clip of this and realized that it wasn't what they tried to tell me it was. But still, I got family right now, man. I could tell you, hey, that Russia thing, it was all fake. And like every news station admitted that it was fake and that it wasn't true. And they'd be like, oh, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I'm like, what? I can't believe this. I don't know how people, if you voted for this shit, if you actually went to the polls and voted for Biden, that means you voted for all this shit that's going on. You are part of the reason that you are paying triple in gas. You're getting $100 worth of groceries for $400. You can't buy a house. You can't buy a car. We got 20, 30 million motherfuckers in the country illegally. How could you even... I'd be lying if a motherfucker asked me, are you even if I was Democrat, I'd lie like a motherfucker, be like, nah, man, I ain't vote for this shit. No, sir. I ain't vote for that motherfucker. I voted for Trump. Shit. I would be embarrassed to say I voted for Biden. I mean, wouldn't you? How could you? I would lie to myself. I would look in the mirror and be like, man, no, you didn't. Don't even think you did. You are not that stupid. For real. Yeah, right, Jim? $75. And you know, you ain't got to be I'm not a hater, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate politicians, but I don't hate people, and I don't hate people for their beliefs. I don't think that they should believe like I believe or do the things I do. I think everybody should be able to do their own fucking thing, and I respect it. But right now, it's like, if you're going to vote for this shit again, now you know. If you voted for Biden 4 years ago, you probably thought that you were doing a good thing. You might have just hated Trump, but then there are those that probably thought, man, we with this whole pandemic, Trump ain't really do 100% right by it. You know what I mean? He put this thing out there, and it didn't feel right. Maybe we need something else, and maybe you believed that it was going to be a good thing. But now you know. Now you know what the fuck's going on. You know you have a man in office right now that is completely senile. The dude is not 100 in the mind. How can we have the leader of the free world in Joe Biden's position mentally? I mean, come on, man. He ain't all there. You know what I'm saying? That dude is lost. He's old and he's sick. His mind is sick. And I'm not trying to make fun of him or shit on him or nothing. I'm just trying to be honest. Like, he's not 100 in the mind. We can't have the leader of the United States of America, leader of the free world, the most powerful nation in the world, led by a man who's not 100% in his mental. We just can't have that. So I will look at motherfuckers who vote for Biden and think, man, how? Like, if you tell me that you're going to vote for Biden, I'm going to be like, man, I can't respect that. You're kind of hurting. You're hurting my grandchildren. You're hurting me. You're hurting my wife. I mean, it's affecting our lives. What we can eat. I mean, I'm sure there's tons of people can't live a healthy life because of this shit. I mean, it's real bad, man. It's real bad. And it's the money game. I mean, Jesus. I don't know how seniors are doing it on a fixed income. I don't know how, lower class is making it. I just don't get it, man. I remember being on welfare and having 3 kids, and I could barely make it back then. I can't imagine being a single mother right now, trying to work 2 jobs, paying for child care and trying to buy groceries in this economy, man. Holy shit. It's just so fucking bad, man. We got to do better, man. We got to get somebody in office that's going to get some money in our hands and cut down on these taxes, cut down on this. Damn, I done lost the word again. You know, the economy, the boost of we need to boost this shit. We need money in our pockets, man. We need to save this shit. But I know all y'all that follow me, y'all probably thinking the same thing. I know y'all see this shit. I know y'all do. But the thing about it is, like, when you're a working class, when you work and you pay your bills and you're trying to buy a house and you're trying to buy cars and you're the one providing for the family and you're buying the groceries and shit, you see all this bad shit and the prices are skyrocketed and shit like that. But if you're in your younger 20s, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, your parents are paying for your college, they're sending you money for groceries and shit, you're just, going to college, or, you're working a small job just so you can pay your one car payment and shit, and, parents help you out and shit. You're not looking at things the same as the motherfuckers that are working and trying to provide and shit. So there's millions of motherfuckers out there right now that don't even care about the economy. The only thing they listen to is, oh, what about abortion? Oh, what? What about gays? What about transsexuals? You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't, the real shit that matters, like bills and groceries and car payments and rents and mortgages. There's millions of people that have no idea about that shit, and they're going to that voting line, and they're gonna vote however the fuck they want to vote, and they ain't even gonna be thinking about all this other shit. And it's crazy to me. We should change the voting to, I don't know, 28 years old or something. So motherfuckers are old enough to see what these motherfuckers is really doing. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're 18, 19 years old, man, you ain't supporting no family. You ain't worried about bills and grocery prices and shit. You're going to McDonald's. You're going to buy hot dogs. You don't give a fuck. You're not trying to plan for your grandchildren's future to have, like, stocks and bonds for them and shit. You're not watching out for your grown kids who have kids and sending them money when times are hard and hearing their cries about times are hard and they can't afford this and can't afford that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucked up, man. Hope I'm making sense, man. I know I'm just running my mouth, y'all. It's been a while, you know what I'm saying? We're all thinking about this shit. Well, I'm thinking about this shit. I mean, we got an election coming up. And shit's got to change, man. And we can't let some sneaky motherfucker come in. If they get rid of Biden and bring in a Michelle, it's going to be the same old shit. If they bring in a Newsom, it's going to be even worse, because he's going to attack the Constitution. And the Constitution is important, man. Freedom of speech. Freedom to bear arms, man. The shit is important. And it's honestly, I don't know Newsom. I don't know Michelle Obama and shit. I don't even care about them. Like, I don't sit around shitting on them. I don't say bad things about Michelle Obama. I think Newsom's got California fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have no beef with Michelle. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever, man. It's just the way she believes in shit. But if she becomes president, if they sneak her in there and she becomes president, it's going to be the same old shit. It's going to be taxes here and taxes there, and, freedom of speech is going to be knocked down a little bit, and gun rights and all that shit, man. They need to leave that shit alone. Stop fucking doing all this gay stuff, man. You know, your sexual preference shouldn't be all up in the eyes of all these youngins. All these kids and shit, man. Having fucking naked parades in front of kids and shit. Y'all see that shit going on, man? Like, come on, man. Have some respect. God, man. The fuck? Man, I sure hope Trump wins, man. I hate to say it. Because I'm not a huge Trump fan. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of him right now, though, but I think he would definitely fix the money situation. And that's really, when it comes down to the come down, that's what I'm worried about. I mean, we need to secure the borders a little bit. We need to keep bad people from coming in, whoever they may be. I'm not saying we got to stop people from coming in, because people should be coming in. I mean, we should have people coming in. But we got to make sure that the bad people ain't coming in. We got to make sure that people coming in give a fuck about this country. And they're here for the right reasons. But, man, we got to fix the money. We got to fix the money. And I just, who else better than Trump, man? Trump knows about money. He damn sure going to get the economy straight. He damn sure going to bring this inflation down. He going to cut taxes and regulations and shit. You know how good that is? Like, man, that's awesome. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, they are, man. They are. Ain't it kind of weird, though, how I was telling Niecy this. Now I'm getting a stuffy nose. I was telling Niecy this. I was like, man, we got all these motherfuckers coming through the border that we're not checking. We don't know who they are. We're worried about, terrorist attacks and shit like that. And then you look at Russia, and Russia don't let a motherfucker in, and they're having terrorist attacks and shit. Yet we're not being told we're having terrorist attacks. It's kind of funny that a bunch of fucking places have some weird shit happen, but nobody's saying it was a terrorist attack. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all think that we have had terrorist attacks and they're just not telling us that there's been a terrorist attack? You know what I'm saying? I think we've had some. When these food places are burning down and shit blowing up at a chicken farm and eggs popping and shit. Press 1. Damn, I forgot all about that shit. Press 1. You know what I'm saying? Chill. Old school, baby. Old school. Yep, I think so. I think we've had some, and they're just not telling us. They just don't want to let us know. It's funny, man. Everything goes quiet. And I'm not trying to be anti-liberal and shit. So y'all, if any liberals in the house, don't be mad at me. I'm just speaking. But ain't it funny how there was a whole bunch of liberal movements in the streets, shit going completely bonkers, whole bunch of shit happening, and then as soon as a Democrat gets in office, it just seems that everything disappeared. No more this, no more that, no more over there doing this, and no more over there doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because all the media goes quiet. All the media shuts the fuck up. And if something happens over here, just don't talk about it. Something happens over here, oh, just don't talk about it. Only the locals will talk about it and know about it. We won't put it on national news. We won't let the other states know. Watch. If Trump gets in office, watch how many things start coming on the news. Oh, there's this kind of uproar in this state. Oh, there's this kind of protest, peaceful protest in this state. Oh, there's this. Oh, there's that. Man, it's fucking crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. Never in a million years would I have thought you would have a marching army of Palestinians marching in New York, protesting for Palestine, waving Palestinian flags and shit. It blows my mind, man. It blows my mind. And then our media gets on there. Our media is so fucking anti-American, but they're dying out. They really are. Mainstream media is dying. Now, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, they're, you know, these elites are some smart motherfuckers, so I don't know how they're going to save it, or if they're going to figure out a way to make a move on social media to overpower the, you know, the journalists that ain't connected. You know what I'm saying? But mainstream media, that shit's been taken over, man. Social media has destroyed fucking mainstream media. Yeah, right, Hudson? What's up, brother? What's going on with you? Salute! Bullfrog, what up, man? Patricia, what's going on? 69. There is no Palestine, never was. Rip Curl, what's up, man? South Florida, DCL, I salute you. Yeah, I feel you, Merkel. I feel you. Just saying, man, it don't make no sense, man. Like, that's what I mean by people that come in. I want people to come into this country. They can love their own country. I know what it is to care about your roots and, you know, have pride in where you come from and shit like that. I get it. But you also have to respect the place that you're coming to. You're coming here for a fucking reason. I mean, you left that motherfucker to come here. So respect where you come to. Show some love to the place that took you in. You know what I'm saying? And that's not how it always goes, man. Motherfuckers come up in this bitch and they hate on us. In our own shit. They come here and then hate on us. It's so disrespectful. And we're the only motherfuckers that'll put up with some shit like that, too. Try that shit in other places and see what happens. Be getting your motherfucking ass whooped. GIA. GIA. I'm going to try to go live again this week. I'm going to try to get this AC unit for the garage, and then I'll be able to do a bunch of lives, man. I'll be hanging out in the garage and just doing whatever. And, you know, y'all can hang out if you want, check in, just say what's up. You know, it ain't going to be the same old lives that you used to, but it'll still be fun, man. Be hanging out and shit, show y'all what I'm up to. I'm definitely going to put out some videos, man. Definitely gonna put out some videos. I got some cool shit I done did. Kimbo, what's up? Mayor, what's going on? Yep, agree. Look up the Cantillon effect. It's by the book. From Alaska. Yep, no doubt. Shit, Hudson, I just
Man, I ain't been online in 3 months. This is the first time I've been on a live in 3 months, brother. I will, though. I got to get back into the routine of things, you know what I'm saying? Get used to it again. Man, when we buy a house, I'm going to be going live like a motherfucker. Y'all know I got to share that with y'all. We trying to find something on the water, though. I got to have the water, man. I got to have my fishing. I make it hard on the wifey, though. You know how hard it is to find a place on the water right now that's affordable? It's crazy. And to be honest, man, we're thinking about gun laws. We're thinking about political parties for real. Like I don't want to live in a Democratic state. If the state's ran by Democrats, I don't want to fucking be there, man. I hate to say that shit, though. I hate that I'm thinking like that, but it's gotten that fucking bad, man. It's gotten that fucking bad. I don't want to be in a state if it's ran by Democrats. I don't trust it. I don't trust that my freedoms are going to be protected. You know what I'm saying? And I don't run the streets no more. I don't worry about laws and shit like that. Like, I don't need cops to. I don't worry about police and shit like I used to when I was younger. Like I could care less. Pull me over. I ain't breaking no laws. I ain't no outlaw right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm older now. I done raised my kids. I'm a family man. I'm a married man. The only thing I worry about is my wife and my kids, man. I just want my motherfucking freedoms. But I'm kind of in a mix. I don't even smoke weed, but I want to be where weed is legal. Because I might want to smoke weed. And I believe weed should be legal. I have a very strong belief in that. Weed should be legal. 100% all the way through. So I want to live somewhere where weed's legal, but I also want to live somewhere where guns is 100% constitutional carry, man. Like, I have my gun on me and the cops don't even blink an eye. You know what I'm saying? That's how it should be. We in America. And I want to be able to say what the fuck I want to say and nobody have nothing, you know. If I don't hurt you, then we good. And I can say, you know, words can't hurt you. Shit, I want to be able to think the way I want to think. Say what I want to say, leave me the fuck alone. I just don't trust it with the Democrats, man. I don't trust that shit. If you don't believe like them and shit, they try to cancel you and shut you down and do bad things to your life. And that's fucked up, and I don't want to have no parts of it. So I want to be in a state that's legal with weed, legal with guns, and ran by some Republicans or independents. Or libertarians. Hey, I'll take a libertarian any day. Them motherfuckers think everything should be legal. Yeah, we thought about Florida, man. We thought about Florida. I got a daughter that lives down there, man. We were really considering Florida. But then you got to consider hurricanes. You know, I got bad lungs thanks to these and asthma. And man, Florida gonna be a motherfucker on my lungs. You know what I mean? So I don't think we can do Florida. I thought about it real heavy, real heavy. I've always felt like I should be living in Florida. Even when I was a kid, it was my favorite state. But I don't think I can do it, man. I don't think my lungs can handle that weather down there, man. I want to live on. I want to. We're kind of thinking Colonial Beach, Virginia area, close to the water, or what is it, Cape Hatteras or something over in North Carolina, close to the ocean, or even Myrtle Beach. I think Myrtle Beach would be awesome. And like, I can move my work anywhere. I install carpet. I can install carpet anywhere. It doesn't make no difference. You can't take that from me. But like, we got to worry about Denise's career, because you know Denise been doing her thing at her job, so we got to take that into consideration too. We can't go here. Certain places we can't go if she can't be with her job. You know what I'm saying? It's a motherfucker, man. Grown people shit. You know what I mean? Grown people shit. Yeah, I hear that. I know there's some freedom going on down there in Florida. I know there's some freedom going on. Man, I tell you, I'd like to go. I like Tennessee. I like Texas, but man, I'm kind of worried for Texas. Texas has been flooded. You know, in all kinds of ways. They got flooded from California. They got flooded from a bunch of other places, people coming in. You know, they're also getting flooded by the border. Like I don't know how long Texas is gonna be able to hold it together. You know what I mean? And yeah, North Carolina got me worried a little bit. North Carolina make me think it might flip over there and end up being nothing but some Democrats. Man, it's crazy. Why in the fuck ain't every state just America? Why the states gotta be so stupid, man? America is America. We got a constitution. We got freedom of speech, and you ain't allowed to step on it. We get to bear arms, and you cannot step on it. You know, that should be every fucking state. You shouldn't have to worry about these things. You know what I'm saying? This kind of shit pisses me off, man. Surfside, huh? Surfside. That sounds good, Miss Sharon. Yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah. Yeah. See that, and that's the thing, man, where it seems so good with so many things, and then bam, you got that one thing that's a motherfucking shame. You know what I mean? Like I think Arkansas would be awesome, but they won't legalize weed, man. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying Arkansas is bad, but you know, they be hating on the weed. In South Carolina, same thing. They won't legalize weed. Like, what the fuck is the problem here, man? And that's that divide and conquer shit, man. Kansas really scares me though, Grace. AJ is from Kansas. Kansas kind of scares me though. One, tornadoes. Two, they got some strict, like you get caught with a roach, you going to jail for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I ain't having all that. I can't fuck with all that. States' rights matter, no doubt. Anti-at Jack, what up with you? What up with you? I salute you. You think so, Miss Sharon? I think they got medical down there, which is cool. You know, I had the medical card for 2 years here in Maryland before they legalized it recreational, which they did this year. But the thing about it is, once you got a medical marijuana card, then you can't own guns. Which I got something going on with them motherfuckers anyway, because they won't even let me buy a shotgun. The FBI or something, when you send in the paperwork so you can buy a gun, it goes to like the FBI, and the FBI says, nah, man, you can't buy no gun. And I don't know why. I mean, I got a malicious destruction of property on my record. So maybe that's it from when I was like 19. You know what I mean? I wrecked a car into another car, you know, young, dumb, fucking acting up. But it was nothing serious. Like, I mean, I guess it was serious, but it wasn't that serious. But it was serious, but not that serious. I don't know. I got to get a hold of them. I got to call the FBI. Be like, man, what the fuck? But I don't want to be on their radar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of don't want to know what's up. Because I end up calling them. And then they're like, hey, Nat, we just talked to this motherfucker. And then they talk to the local police. Well, you know, back 10 years ago, 15 years ago, that motherfucker was this, that. Oh, wait, motherfucker, wait. I done changed. I ain't the same motherfucker no more. I ain't distributing nothing. I ain't selling shit. I ain't touched nobody. I ain't beat nobody up. So leave me alone. What the property tax $30K? Huh? 30 hold James Carroll, you 30,000 a year? I'm waiting for this answer. If you're paying, man, that's like a fucking, that's more than a mortgage. I mean, unless you got like a 17-bedroom house, 3,000 fucking acres or some shit. I mean, I thought I ain't ever owned a house, but I know I've known some people that own houses, and they only pay like $2,000 a year in some housing tax shit. $30,000 a year? Come on, man. New Jersey like that? All right, Hudson. Stay safe, brother. Oh, shit. We did 2 hours, y'all. We did 2 hours. Jesus, holy moly. Man, that's crazy. Damn, man, that's like $2,500 a month in just taxes for your property? Holy shit. If you're paying $30K a year in property taxes, that breaks down to, how much is that? There's 12 into 30K. 10 into 30K would be, what, 3,000?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Man, that's more than we pay in rent. I wouldn't give $30K for the whole state. Yeah, no doubt, Miss Sharon, no doubt. Especially for New Jersey. New Jersey ain't much better than New York, I don't think. Man, that's a lot of money, man. You need to get the fuck up out of there. That's crazy. There's only one place I want to visit in New York. And that's Montauk. Because I want to do that crazy ass fishing. They do some crazy ass fishing, man. It'd be a hurricane coming. They like, yep, it's fishing. It's time to go fishing. Hurricane coming. Perfect weather. Like, what? Hold up, man. Florida is tax collection heaven. You mean there's a lot of taxes in Florida? I thought taxes wasn't too bad in Florida. But I'm just guessing though. It's just my thoughts. I don't know. I know Delaware don't have no state tax. I don't think Tennessee has state tax neither. Southern Oregon, man, I don't know though. Rip, that whole west side is nothing but Democrat, man. I know they got some fishing out there though. I know that for sure. I've watched some videos, man. They be getting busy. They be doing some shit like Montauk does, for real. They be doing some surf fishing. I would love to go there and fish one day. But we couldn't move all the way across. I lived out in California for 6 months back in the days when I was like 23. And it was great. I ain't gonna lie, man. I had no asthma out there whatsoever. None. My lungs, it was like somebody put a brand new set of lungs in my chest. It was fucking amazing. I remember it was Christmas and I had a fucking wife beater on and some shorts. I was like, man, this is the dream. And man, even the ugly women look good. I'm no bullshit. Even the ugly women did themselves up. I mean, it was nothing but beautiful women everywhere. I was like, holy shit, California is the shit. But man, I don't know about now. I'm sure there's a lot of places in California that are still beautiful and nice and shit, but you don't want to go to no LA. Lord have mercy. What up, Stealing Tree? I hear that, Rip. No doubt. Man, that's a long way, though, man. I don't think I could go from East Coast to West Coast. You know what I'm saying? That's a long trip. We got kids, man. We got a ton of them, too, and grandkids and shit. I can't be that far away. Right, Niecy? I'd like to move to Myrtle Beach. I think Myrtle Beach would be the shit. If we could find a little house close to the water or right on the water, I don't even need a big house, man. Give me a little rambler with a little bit of land and just send me to the beach. I'm good. Adriana, I feel you. 100%. Oh, my bad, Eric. My bad. It is. I see a lot of videos from people. You know, there's some YouTubers from Oregon, and a lot of the like the van life people and shit. They spend a lot of time in Oregon. A lot of them, and it is beautiful up there. But man, I think about Portland, and I'm like, man, it's fucking crazy. I hear that, Adriana. No doubt. I'm gonna have to visit that joint before I die, that's for sure. Salute you. Homes are expensive. Man, it's crazy, man. When we moved in this joint in 2020, right before the pandemic hit, this joint was worth $240,000. This house that we live in, it was worth $240,000. Now the people bought it. I've talked about this before. The people bought it, and we were like in a where we were renting a house before. The lady that we were renting from, excuse me, the lady that we were renting from, she was going to get out of the military or she was going to stay in for another 3 or 4 years or something like that. And she was trying to work it out. If she was getting out of the military, she wanted her house back. If she was going to stay in, she was going to give us another 4-year lease. We would just stay there. And then by that time, we'd buy a house and shit like that. Well, she went back and forth. And it ended up we only had like a couple weeks to figure out to get a new house. Because she flipped back and forth so much. And then at the last minute, she's like, no, I'm leaving the military. I need my house back. I'm not going to be able to give y'all another lease, blah, 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 blah. But it was like last minute, and she flip-flopped like 3 or 4 times within 2 months. Like, we ain't know what the fuck was going on. So boom, bam, bip. We had this lady that we always worked with to, you know, find somewhere to live if we needed to. She got us our last 2 houses. We stayed at one place for 5 years. Then he wanted to sell his house. He had like 3 properties. He wanted to sell all his properties and then take all the money and buy a retirement home for him and his wife that was like $1 million. So he wanted to sell his house. So we had to move from there. Boom. Then we moved into this one. Stayed there, I think it was 4 years. And then that lady with the military, boom, 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 boom. So boom, this house was up for sale. But we didn't have our shit together yet. So we couldn't buy it. But there were some people that wanted to buy it. But the only way they would buy it is if they automatically had somebody that would rent it. They wanted to buy it as a rental. But in order to buy it, now, the lady we were working with was working with them, so it was kind of like, she was like, well, shit, I know somebody that needs to rent a house. Y'all buy this house, they'll rent it from you, and I know they're good. I've been dealing with them for 10 years. They're never late on a payment. So, boom, bam, bip. These people bought this house in 2020. A week later, we moved in, and we've paid for it the whole fucking time. Like, they haven't had to make one single fucking payment on this bitch because we paid the rent ahead of schedule. So anyway, they said that they want to sell this house now and that would we be interested in buying it? And we're like, fuck yeah. I love this, I love this area, but the house has problems. Like, it needs all new sliding glass doors. You can't lock them traditionally. You got to do other ways of locking them and shit. We've had problems with the roof leaking here and there. It needs a whole new fireplace. The garage has to be redone. The back patio it's got boards that are no good no more. It needs to be redone. This place probably needs between $70,000 to $100,000 worth of work on it, which is fine if you can get it for a good price. But when we moved in, they bought the house for $240,000. We looked it up. Now, whoever it is that puts a price on a house, it's listed as being worth $400 and almost $20,000, $200,000 more, and they haven't put anything into this house. In the 4 years that we've been here, they haven't done shit, nothing. They ain't fixed a window, door, nothing. They ain't done nothing to this motherfucker. It's the exact same house as back in 2020. But because of all this inflation and all this fucking bullshit with this fucking administration, this fucking house is now going for $410,000, $420,000. When we moved in, it was $240,000. So there's no fucking way we're gonna pay $400 and some thousand for a house that needs $100,000 worth of shit to go with it. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm a homeowner and it's said that my house is worth $400,000 and I'm about to sell it, I'm not going to sell it for anything less than that. So I don't, even though we've paid for this motherfucker for the past 4 years, ever since day one, but I know that they're not going to come down on that price. I mean, this house is worth probably $200,000 unless you put $100,000 in it. Then if you was to put $100,000 in it, you're probably still only looking at maybe $350,000. It might be worth $350,000 because it's sitting on a cliff and the cliff is eroding. This house has lost land in the past 30 years. It's probably lost a half a football field worth of land. It's a lot, man. I mean, every couple years, part of the fucking cliff falls away. And that's my backyard. So a little bit of the yard. I did the carpet in this house years before we moved in. It's still the same carpet that I put in this motherfucker. But I put the carpet in 5 or 6 years before we moved in. I actually put the carpet in this house. When we were here doing the carpet, me and my buddy, buddy that worked with me, we went outside because it's right on the cliff, man. There was a path that went through the fucking woods a little bit, and you got to the cliff, and you look over the cliff, and there was like a rock path that went through and shit. When we came to move in this bitch, that whole rock path, that whole place we walked, it was gone. So even in that 6 years, part of the fucking backyard had fell into the water. So you also gotta figure, you know, this house will last as long as we live, but if we leave it to our kids or something, sooner or later, the cliff's gonna work its way all the way to the house. So this whole property won't be worth shit in the future. It'll be condemned and nobody will be able to live on it. Because sooner or later, that cliff's gonna fall into the water. It's gonna keep on moving, you know what I mean? So you also gotta look at that. Is it a good investment for your kids or grandkids if you're gonna leave the property to them when you die? So it's like, man, you would have to sell this motherfucker to me for like 200 grand, 240 grand. At 240, I'd want to buy this joint because I could do most of the work myself. You know, I've worked on houses my whole life. I've been a carpet installer my whole life. I know how to paint, drywall, insulation. I mean, I've redone entire insides of houses and shit. I know all that shit, and I'm pretty damn good. And I'm really good at carpet and flooring and all that shit. So, I mean, I could do a lot of the shit myself. It would save us a ton of money, and I could fix this bitch up. It ain't that hard to put some windows and doors in. It really isn't. Now, I'd probably hire somebody to fix the deck, but I mean, they're not going to come down. I mean, would you come down off of that price? If you owned a house and you were going to sell it, and you bought it for $240 and you could get $400, you wouldn't come down on that shit. I wouldn't either, so I don't blame them. But if they do, then we'll buy this motherfucker. You know what I mean? But they're not going to. And of course, now they want to sell it because it's skyrocketed because of all this bullshit. So they want to put this bitch on the market. I mean, think about it. You buy something for $240 and now it's worth $420. They're gonna make 200 grand for nothing. Plus, on top of that, the money that they made off of us. Because they're charging us more than what the mortgage is, of course. So we pretty much paid for them a house. Just like one of the other houses we lived in. We figured it out. We lived there 5 years at this other house. We lived there for 5 years. We paid over $100,000 to live there in that 5 years. Them motherfuckers definitely, without a doubt, made that when they sold it. We were moving out. They were fixing it up so they could sell it. Soon as we moved out, we kept an eye on it just to see how it went. They sold it within a week or two. Like it was gone. So we paid for their house until they sold it. Now we lived in another place. She ended up selling that one. The one that came from the military. Nah, she didn't want it. She wanted to sell it when it came down to it. Because we looked. It's done sold twice. Now, we're doing the same thing again. When you rent a place, you ain't doing nothing but buying a house for somebody else. And then they end up selling it and making all the money that you put into it. It's fucking crazy, man. It's kind of crooked as shit, to be honest. Maryland. Silverback, what's going on with you? What I think's going to happen, Jim, is I think if they don't come down on the price, they're going to try to put this on the market for $400. They're going to have to dump at least 50 grand just to get it to pass inspection. And then whoever comes to buy this house, they're gonna know that cliff's falling in and all this shit. You know, the driveway has problems. It's not paved and it has ruts in it. I don't think they're gonna get what they're gonna ask for any fucking way. So it might end up hurting them in the long run because they might end up sitting on it for a year, having to pay the mortgage on it, trying to sell it. And then the next thing you know, they done lost, 20, 30 grand. And if it happens to be 2 or 3 years, then they really lost the money. And that's after putting money into it too. So they might want to just come down on that pricing and get this motherfucker in our hands. You know what I mean? You can't beat the location. I mean, yeah, it sucks because of the fucking cliff and shit. But man, there's nobody that can move in front of us or back of us. In our backyard, it's nothing but the Chesapeake Bay. In the front of us, there's a lake. So you can't build in front of us or behind us. And the property that's to our left, it can't be built on. It's a small lot. Somebody owns it, but it's not big enough to be built on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not allowed to build on it. So there'll never be a house built right next to us. And then on one side of us, there's a house, and this older couple owns it, and they're the nicest people in the world, and it's just like their vacation spot, which they'll end up selling it one day, but I mean, they look healthy as anything. They'll be around for a long time. So it's like the perfect spot. No neighbors to mess with you. We live walking distance, 2 minutes from the beach, private beaches and shit. Pay $300 a year, and you got the beach year round, morning, noon, and night. I mean, you couldn't ask for it. It's built like a fucking bunker. The whole bottom of this house is nothing but cinder blocks and concrete, this fucking thick. I mean, it's fucking awesome. It just needs some work. You know what I'm saying? And I tell y'all, you can't go night fishing anywhere around here except for one. There's one place. It's a pier that you can go fishing at nighttime. All the other places where you used to be able to fish at night, they cut out nighttime fishing. I fished at this one spot for 35 fucking years, and they completely shut it down when the sun goes down. I used to fish there all night long till the sun comes up for 35 fucking years. Then all of a sudden, after the pandemic, they shut down night fishing. No more night fishing at that moment. You can't go. So really, the only way I can really go night fishing and be happy is this private beaches that I can use in my community. So that's another thing why I love this fucking place. Because I can actually, I got a pass on you. If you don't have a pass on your shit, you get kicked the fuck out. Like, you're not allowed to be here unless you pay for it. So, I mean, I can go anytime I want. I can go night fishing, day fishing. I can stay there all fucking... I can pull up on the street, pop out my awnings, and chill for 24 hours if I wanted to. And there's like 3 different beaches. It's fucking awesome. But it's Maryland, and it's expensive. Nah, the cliff is way too high. It's not a small cliff. We're talking, what you think that cliff is? 300 feet, 400 feet?
Yeah, it's really high.
It's like probably 4 or 5 stories high. Like, it's huge. And it's all the way down this motherfucker. Like, it's huge. If you fall down, you dead. If you fall off that cliff, you're a goner. Like, it's no joke. So it's impossible to save it, to put anything up. I mean, if you put $50 million maybe, like if the state said they wanted to save this land and they did a huge thing to try to save it. But man, you're talking millions and millions of dollars. We didn't get any snow this year at all, Florida. Since we've lived here, it's been 4 years. We've spent, 3 winters or 4 winters? 2020, 2021, 2020. We've spent 4 winters here, and it was the end of 1 winter. So really 3 winters. I think we only got snow, twice?
Yeah.
And it was like a couple inches. It's been real low, but that ain't how it always is. Like, there has been times when we had a blizzard 2 times in a row within 10 days. 1 year we had 2 feet of snow all at once. It snowed for 2 days straight. So, I mean, some years you have a lot of snow, and then some years you don't hardly have any snow at all. We get all the weather around here, which is kind of cool. Like spring is spring, summer is summer, winter is winter, and fall is fall. You know what I mean? Yeah, I see you, Cherokee. I see you. It probably is 450 feet. Maybe a little bit more. I mean, it comes up. We're at like almost the highest point, or we might be the highest point in this area of it. But there's cliff all down the whole coast of the Chesapeake Bay here, and in other places too. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed, Fish Sticks. What's up with you? Yeah, Jim. Yeah, we do that. We do that. We write shit down and try to weigh it out, which way we want to go. You know what I mean? It's tough though, man. It's tough. We've never bought a house before, so this is like really. I mean, it's not too stressful. It's kind of fun, and we're looking forward to it, and we're house shopping and shit, man. It's really fun, but it is stressful because we're not the type of people to say, hey, we want to buy a house and sell it in 4 years and shit. Like when we're thinking about buying a house, we're thinking, okay, we buy this house, we're going to be there till we die. That's going to be our shit. So we're like really looking at it like, man, this is going to be our forever home. And we want it to be, right. And we don't want to be nowhere near no city, but we want to be close to water. We want some privacy. I don't want any stairs. I'm getting older, man. Fuck a stair. I hate going up and down stairs. I don't want no house with no stairs. But it's hard to find a good-sized rambler that doesn't have an upstairs and shit. And then we think about a basement. And it's like, man, basements can be huge problems sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And then I also want a shed. I got to have a workshop. I do a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Like I make a lot of shit. I do a lot of DIYs. I got a lot of tools. A lot of carpet shit too. Rolls of carpet, rolls of pad, metals and shit that I keep and get and shit like that. Like I got a lot of shit. So I need a workshop too. So I need like a shed or a nice garage to where I can use it as like a shop. So we're trying to figure it all in and figure it out, man, and get it together. Yeah, fuck a stare. What up, McGill? What's up with you, man? Yeah, James, the military, it's like their highway is our backyard. They go right. I mean, I can see the freckles on their face sometimes. I mean, they follow this cliff every single fucking day, up and down, up and down. But man, it's been crazy the past couple years, the past 2 years at least, man. It's just been so much traffic. I don't know, man. I got a few. I think I've gotten rid of a couple buckets, man. A couple broke and shit like that, man. I've gotten rid of a few, to tell you the truth. I still got a shit ton of them, though. All my lanterns in them and shit. Man, I've been rolling for 2.5 hours, man. I'm about to jump up off this joker. I got to settle down for the night. You know what I mean? Appreciate it, McGill. Appreciate it. But look, I'm going to do some more lives and shit, man, and come hang out and shit, man. I got to get an AC for the garage. I know I've said this shit before, but I'm going to get an AC for the garage, man. Then I'll run some lives out of there. Maybe I'll hit Native up, man, see if he wants to hang out one night, or maybe POTB, Hutch, just Josh. You never know, man. I hit the fellas up, see if they want to hang. We'll have some fun, man. I'll get back at it. I'm going to have some videos coming out, too. Make sure y'all tap into that tribe, too. Because that's where I'm going to put the fish. During the summer, that's where I'll be posting fishing videos and shit. If you want to, check out the fishing videos and the DIYs I be doing for fishing and shit. Y'all can check it out, man, over there, that Tribe 2 channel, TOO, Tribe TOO, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a hop up off this joker. Man, I appreciate y'all coming to hang out with me, man. It's good seeing all y'all. This was dope. I needed this shit. I'll be back at y'all this week, man. I'm going to go live again this week. At least by this weekend. Even if I'm just hanging out, carrying my phone and shit. But I'll be back at y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Much love. Much love. I'll see y'all soon. This week. Promise. This week. Going live again. Maybe Friday night. I don't know. Maybe this weekend. We'll see. We'll see what's up. But it'll definitely be this week. All right, y'all. I'll holler at y'all later on in the week. Y'all stay safe. Know what I'm saying? Chill. Salute y'all. All right, y'all.